I mean, like everybody, you start out as a young player, as a 6-year-old playing house league hockey. I grew up in a place called Nepean, Ontario, which is just outside of Ottawa, and played all my minor hockey up until essentially midgets. And then I kind of developed a passion for officiating while I was late in high school, and I just thought I had more of an upward potential in the officiating world, so I became an on-ice official, and I became in Canada, the highest certified level 6 referee. I worked a season as a pro referee and then made the transition to coaching shortly thereafter. Yeah, it's a similar dynamic actually. In officiating, you have some discretion, but you're forever holding the game accountable. And so there's a similar reference point with coaching. You simply can't allow players to take full advantage of whatever latitude you provide, and yet you can't make it so stringent that it's just like a prison. So you're always finding a balance, and in officiating, we used to always use this analogy of the game had to be like you were holding a small bird in your hand. You wanted to hold it snug enough so it was comfortable. You didn't want to crush it in a way that it couldn't breathe. So in a lot similarly, coaching is like that as well, and managing players and managing a team. I'd always been a leader on my team, and I'd always been a leader. I played a lot of football as a young boy, and I was always sort of a captain, and I always loved how team dynamics functioned. As I started to get my last year of officiating, I really did start to pay a lot more close attention to the coaching side, and my transition was quick. It went right through to a junior A assistant, and then I was with the university team probably 3 or 4 years after that, and then I was a head coach of a university team a couple of years after that. So I had this rapid ascension where I had a lot of coaching opportunities early on, and I think as a young coach, you learn as you go, you make mistakes as you go, and I've really tried to be somebody that gets a little bit better every day. I am one of those people that I go to others for information. There's a guy named Sean Camp that I first started coaching with. He coaches at the University of Guelph. He was somebody that was great to me, gave me my first opportunity. I've always been indebted to him. I'll still go to him and ask him questions. I think over my time, I've had really good assistant coaches that have worked with me. People that are coaching in Europe right now or managing teams in Europe right now. So those people are constants that I'll go back to and question as well. I think I've just found my voice as a coach. I think away from the rink and away from the game, I actually have a lot of fun. And I don't know that when I was a younger coach that I could necessarily park that part of my personality. I thought I had to be a certain sternness, I guess. And I've become a little bit more natural, in coaching. I treat players as honestly as I can. I feel that's a real important part of what I bring to the table. I do consider myself, a teacher first with them. I want to make sure that they're understanding mistakes that they make in the game. More importantly, understanding how that impacts, their future progress. So to me, that's a valuable role that I play for them. I want them to see me as a resource to help them get better. And I think the fact that I've been an assistant coach the last number of years, that was my role. That was the job description I held. So for me to transition now back into being a head coach, it's almost seamless, and it's the right time for me to do that. I think it's what be yourself. I think I can't be somebody else. I've never played to the extent that most of these guys have played. So I don't act like a player. I don't speak to them as a former player. So I'm respectful of the skills and ability that they have. So I think players understand from me that I respect, what they bring to the table. My job is to help them use their skills and get them moved up in hockey. I think anytime your teams succeed, and I was part of a junior A team in Hawkesbury my very first year coaching. We went to the league championship and we won. When I was at the university in my first year, we ended up going to the national championship. I was the head coach of that team, and that's a proud moment for that program, proud moment for myself and my family. A team in Japan ended up winning the entire league championship. It was a significant achievement in the context of pro hockey over there. And then I coached an under 16 team at a kind of a provincial event, and our team ended up surprising a lot of teams and winning. So I hold all those memories as great, and I still have a connection with almost every one of those guys that played on those teams. So in some ways, that, you know, that cliche of walking together forever, I've been able to live through that a little bit with some of the players.